because they have practice every day after school or they had a game and stuff.
I mean, that was old as Uphold, and I made that in January 2nd.
Would you all please rise for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to welcome everybody to the March regular county board meeting of Edgar County. Mr. Clerk, would you call the roll?
Farnham. Lawson. Here. McCarty.
Here.
Hackett.
Here.
Bruner. Here. Ellis.
Here.
And Hoyt.
Present. Next, we have the minutes from February 11th, 2026, and February 23rd, special meeting of 2026. Is there any, you guys have had those for a couple of days, are there any additions or corrections to the clerk's representation of those meetings? Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion to accept those minutes and approve them. Russ moves, Andy seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Claims against the county. Likewise, you've had those for a few days. Are there any additions, clarifications, corrections needed? Hearing none, I'd accept a motion to approve the claims. Russ moves, Dan seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. And they are approved. Let the record just show that Carl Farnham has entered the meeting, so we have a full board present. Next, county board member claims. Are there any additions or corrections to the claims? I would note that on the financials that it shows these claims being paid out of an incorrect line item, which I've discussed with the clerk. We're going to talk to the treasurer and get them corrected. So, any additions or any questions? Hearing none, motion to accept, approved. Russ moves, Dan seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Next, we come to the point of public comment. We ask that you identify yourself if you have comments for the board and restrict your comments to 5 minutes. Is there anybody present that wants to address the board on any issue? Yes, sir.
My name is Jerry Woodfall. I'm with IBW Local 725 out of Terre Haute. We cover Edgar County as one of our 15 counties. As you know, solar's a pretty big thing around here. I'm asking the board to think about instituting the tri-trades agreement as any solar that's done in Edgar County to be done under a tri-trades agreement. And what that does, it allows us to provide the manpower instead of the out-of-town contractor. I know the state of Illinois requires those jobs to be done under prevailing wage, but those contractors can bring whoever they want in if they're not under a tri-trades or hired through a union hall. They can bring whoever they want in, pay them the prevailing wage. That money doesn't stay here. Right before I took this position, there was a contractor down in Southern Clark County, a River Ferry project. They brought their own workforce in. One of those guys jumped over the fence, went into a farmhouse, stole guns. It happened. We have a workforce of 400 people, 400 members doing this solar. Edgar County, Clark County, Vigo County, Vermilion County. When I put a person out, I put the ones that want the job first in the county jurisdiction, and then I move to the next county. I keep the workforce local, I keep the money local, and that's the way I think it should be. Everybody has their opinion about solar, trust me, I do too. My son's an avid hunter, but if they're gonna cram it down our throats, don't give these contractors and these developers a break. Keep the wages local. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Does anybody else have any comments? Hearing none, we'll move into the agenda items for resolutions. I'm sorry. First We have 3 highway resolutions. First is resolution authorizing county board chairman to sign a DLR 05530 with Chastain and Associates for the Paris Township preliminary engineering. We discussed that on Monday. Are there any clarifications or additions needed for this resolution? Hearing none, I'd accept a motion to approve the resolution. Carl moves. Russ seconds. Any further discussion? All those in favor, I'm sorry, yes. I've got on a roll there. Mr. Clerk, would you call the roll? You think after 11 years I might know?
Farnum.
Yes.
Lawton.
Yes.
McCarty.
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes.
Brunner.
Yes.
Ellis.
Yes.
It does carry. Thank you, that is approved. Next resolution declare by ordinance a change to the maximum speed limit on Moss Road to 30 miles per hour from Illinois 1 to half mile east. Motion, Carl moves. Russ seconds. Further discussion? Guess what? You call the roll.
Farnum.
Yes.
Lawton.
Yes.
McCarty.
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes.
Brunner.
Yes.
Ellis.
Yes.
It is carried. Next, resolution authorizing the county engineer to purchase equipment with financing from Prospect Bank and sign any financial documents required. We discussed that on Monday morning. Carl moves. I think that's what that meant. It's kind of like you're bidding at an auction. I gotta kind of learn the signs. And Russ seconds. Any further discussion? I don't know that we have. Did we get any clarification on the interest rate?
Not as far as I know at this time.
We'll have that. We'll make sure that comes before the board, okay? Mr. Clerk?
Farnum.
Yes.
Lawton.
Yes.
McCarty.
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes.
Brunner.
Yes.
Ellis.
Yes.
And that is approved, thank you. Next, Jonathan, you have a presentation of the Baker County Community Mental Health Board's budget request for 27. I
Yes.
can't remember, this is the first time you've done it formally.
Oh, formally?
Yeah, you usually have to ask for it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And
It's
it's-
usually it's
and
lost somewhere in the emails,
and-
and
and
it's like the
it's-
last second.
want this?
No, I'm good.
I really appreciate this, thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Don't worry, the Edgar County Board was glad to send someone other than themselves to ask for a bunch of money. So, I'm here to present the budget request, and the budget request is requesting $596,000 towards behavioral health services provided by, it'll be provided by HRC, but the 708 board actually asked for the money for the board to distribute to the companies that it chooses. And it has selected HRC. Largely this applies to, like if you look at the 708 law, it talks about gap funding. Like if you don't fund the gap between the cost of services and the money that we have coming in, then we simply wouldn't have local services. That's why we do the whole property tax piece, why we collect property taxes and have an HRC, so we can have local services. Where that gap has been this past year, I wanted to share with you guys, the large majority of the funds have went towards mental health services. About $455,000 of the funds have been towards mental health services. Definitely a huge problem in our community, definitely an ongoing problem in our nation and our society. I think that's probably a good use of the majority of the funds is that category. Honestly, it keeps getting strained more, but every now and then we digress into some of those reasons why we're in the position we're at. But really, I guess what I'm here today is to tell you, here's where we're at, and here's what we can do about it. The substance use disorder services, those were supplemented by $177,000. And intellectual and developmental disability services was supplemented by 28,000 or 29,000 actually. So the large majority of it is going towards mental health, and then substance use, and then a very small portion going to intellectual and developmental disabilities. And that shifts every year, because every year where we can get money from shifts. You know, how much we can get for mental health services changes depending on who's in power, and who's deciding budgets at a state level and at a federal level, particularly Medicaid is a big impact for us. I do want to make sure to express about HRC's mentality on trying to be frugal, and that this just isn't like an open-ended check to HRC. HRC staff did not get any wage increase at all this last year, and that's because it wasn't there. You know, there was no, so cost of living went up, but HRC staff didn't have any change, and they won't because the money's not there. We really have a mindset though of people work at HRC because they love what they do. Like, it's not because they're making a bunch of money. I do have some handouts for you that share some of the counts and statistics regarding Edgar County specifically. The budget request is on the back, on the second page there, but I thought this would be helpful so that you'd understand where all the money goes. And we are asking for a 4.5% increase from last year.
Oh, I was gonna save you some steps. Good enough for Augie. Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Not a problem. If anyone else would like one, there's plenty more. I also wanted to share, we do have a donut fundraiser. I love Square Donuts. I'm a Type 1 diabetic, but my God, it's a 4-donut trip from Terre Haute here. And if any of you have a similar hankering and want to support HRC, there is a great opportunity here. You can just like scan the QR code and buy them, or you can call Amanda Tracy and place your order with her. We've got two. We've got one where we'll deliver it to your business, and we've got another one where you can pick them up at 753 behind HRC, depending on the date. Please, if you would, please pass them around person to person. And then, can I answer any questions? Board members?
And I would just suggest that you plan on coming back sometime closer to when we're working on the budget.
Yeah.
Because of administrative changes.
Yeah.
So.
And share with them. Yeah. Yeah, I was reading a little bit of that news article from, and what's 3 members? Is that what we're looking at?
3 new faces.
3 new faces.
I would like to point out to the board that HRC and Jonathan have not had an increase, or have not requested an increase for 4 years. Okay, so it has been where it's at for 2 years. And it's the same as it was last year, this year, so. Okay. This is for the upcoming levy that we will pass in November. Okay?
Jonathan, there's some, I just received an email yesterday that there's some funding, some NOFA's open from SAMHSA. Will you guys be attempting to try, one of them was on substance use and one was on zero suicide. Will you guys be looking at those?
I can't remember which, I've looked at some, but I'll take a
I'll
look
forward you
at
that
them.
email.
Yeah, thank you.
So they have
Yeah.
the links on there.
Yeah.
The, one
Because
is
there's a lot that I vet through, and you know, you find that, oh, we're not qualified, we're in
Right.
wrong county, and I throw them out, and I don't retain the information to tell you
Yep.
the truth.
those 3 look like we potentially could have
Good,
some competitive.
good, because we really need some money for substance use. That's something that I know, like, I won't even come to you guys asking for more money for substance use, because
Yeah,
like,
but
no
you
one
had a
wants to fund it,
94%
but
increase.
my goodness,
Yeah.
we have a big problem.
Any other questions? Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you. Please order some donuts.
Next, we have a resolution to amend the township assessment fees. We discussed those on Monday morning. They would have a new set fee and then an escalator of 3% annually. So do we have a motion to approve the resolution? Russ moves. Carl seconds. Boy, you're a little frugal today, Andy. All right, we have a motion and a second. Are there any further questions about this? Hearing none, Mr. Clerk.
Farnum.
Yes.
Lawton.
Yes.
McCarty.
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes.
Bruner.
Yes.
And Ellis.
Yes.
It is approved. Next, we have to approve the response letter and authorize the creation of a committee to negotiate and draft an intergovernmental agreement with the Emergency Telephone System Board. Philip, do you want to add anything to what we've already discussed on Monday morning?
I don't have anything additional.
Okay, we do have a committee, so when you make the motion, the committee consists of Samantha, Carl, and myself. And Philip and I will both definitely be at the meeting next Monday. And we look forward to working with the 911 board and getting things squared away. We're trying to get our labor attorney also there on Monday. I don't know whether we'll succeed, but we'll try. And that way we can all get an update on any situation that might be pertinent to any concerns that either parties have, any of the parties have. So, a motion to approve. Carl moves, Samantha seconds. Let's see, why don't you call the roll on this?
Farnum.
Yes.
Lawton.
Yes.
McCarty.
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes.
Bruner.
Yes.
And Ellis.
Yes.
It is approved. Okay, are there any other items on the agenda there? Those are all the voting items, right, Albie? Okay. I might add that we're considering moving the meeting on Monday, the first Monday of the month, the work study session out to, from this location back out to the highway. And in order to do that, that's an administrative, we really, Augie and I have discussed it, probably should have a board action on that, just to be totally transparent so the public has any qualms about it, they can make it. So that would happen in April. And then so the first meeting in May, the study session meeting would be back out there if everything works out. So I just wanted to make that clear, so if there are any questions about it from the board. Also, do we have, before we get into officer reports, do we have a committee of people who would like to serve on the committee for salaries for the elected officials? We need 3 folks to do that. Lisa Wood.
What'd you say?
For the elected officials. You have, it would be county clerk, treasurer, county board chairman, and county board members are the only ones that are affected. It used to be that the sheriff was on that list, but now that is set by the state of Illinois, and we have nothing to do with that. So those are the 4 positions that we would be dealing with. So we'd like to have 3 people on that committee. So Carl has said he would. I'm sorry, Lisa said he would. Are there any others? Russ has said he would. Andy said he would. Okay? So we have 3 people to serve on that committee. We need to get that moving, and so that we can have a resolution and discuss it and approve it at the next meeting, because that has to be done 180 days before the election. So it has to be on the agenda in April. Or we'll have to have a special meeting to handle it so that it's done by the end of the month. Okay? But you guys need to touch base with Augie when you're gonna meet so that, you are legal. Okay, department head meetings, or department head reports. Philip, do you have anything?
No.
Okay, thank you. Taylor, good morning.
Hello.
Do you have anything, Taylor? Tom, how's the airport doing? Good morning.
Just fine, we're waiting for better weather to make it more conducive to flying.
And what project is first on the list to be done?
The next thing that will happen will be the windsock installation. One windsock at the end of each runway, and then a master windsock,
Oh boy,
lighted
there we go.
for FAA.
Make sure you take pictures.
Yep.
All right. Morning, Jesse, how are you?
Doing well yourself?
Good. Do you have anything from Horizon, sir?
I do not. I will have you guys our formal report in the next scheduled study session here in a couple weeks.
Perfect. Thank you. Good morning, Taylor. You had a good response to your meeting here about, what, is that a week and a half ago?
Jill Taylor or me?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm
Just
sorry,
double checking.
Jill. I'm
Yes.
sorry, it was,
We had a water disruption tabletop on February 24th. Like I said, we had it in my new office and we like barely fit in there. We had a lot of people come. It was really, I thought, a good, learning experience. I hope to have several more. And then tonight at 6:30 at Farm Bureau, we are having a National Weather Service weather spotter class. Anybody can come. You don't have to be a spotter. You can just come for the information. Last year, they were telling me, I knew this, but they thought maybe we would get more people because last year Edgar County had 4 reported tornadoes. So that's like a lot more than years prior. So, and other than that, I think that's about it.
so it's tonight at 6 o'clock?
6:30.
6:30?
Yep, Farm Bureau basement. One of the meteorologists from National Weather Service in Lincoln will come and present.
And it'll last, what, about an hour?
2.
2 hours?
Yes.
So 6:30 to 8:30.
Approximately 2 hours, yes.
Any questions of Jill?
We only can do this as well in Edgar County every other year, because like I said, they cover such a, large area that, we're only able to have one in our county every other year.
Any questions, board members? Morning, Angie.
Good morning, how are you?
Good.
Good. I don't have anything today either.
Okay. Thank you. Wyatt, good morning.
Good morning.
Anything from you folks over there?
Nothing specific. If you guys have any questions, we're happy to answer them.
We appreciate your cooperation. Morning, Kim.
Good morning. We do have a program coming up March 20th. It'll be our kickoff session of our Maternal Mentors program, and that's through the private grant funding of Blue Cross Blue Shield. There's special beginnings programs for pregnant women and young families. So this kickoff will be March 20th, 11 to 12, and there's no sign up or registration, so it'll be kind of an open house type setting for our first one. We'll be giving away breastfeeding pillows. We have a nice selection of prenatal books, and we also have some firearm safes that we'll be giving to expecting and new moms. So that's about it.
Any questions for the health department?
Just
Yes.
one, Kim.
Okay.
How's the building? Andy wants to know.
Well, we have some trips here and there for the AC. We've had Davis Hawk, DHM out of Champaign, Charleston. They're coming back one more time. They spent, in February, they went through kind of the final step, and that was finishing. There's a lot of disposed wiring, things that weren't wired correctly. So they've been going through and marking those areas, and so they were actually able to come back in, 2 guys, the computer specialist guy, and come back and do some reprogramming. So that has helped significantly. We've noticed we have less failures, but we do have the main air handler and the chiller The chiller's just getting a lot of wear, all that equipment's just wearing out prematurely, basically, so because of those constant power failures. But again, it's something with the electrical that's doing it. So they have one more switch, something wasn't wired up correctly, and that'll make the transition from the heat to the chiller smoother. Right now, we're having to unwire something and wire something back up to get it to function in the front half of the building at all. So it's an ongoing process. But one more site visit, and then I haven't even gotten the bills yet for the reports yet for DHN for the work they did in February yet. So we're getting there. Better.
You mentioned solar, you've got solar panels down?
No.
I thought you were saying.
There is a grant out there for solar panels, so I'm looking at it.
Okay, I
It
thought
would
you
be
said
nice.
you had solar.
No,
Okay.
no. Not yet.
So the company they're out of Champaign, right, but they've got a satellite.
They headquartered, yep, and they opened up a couple, maybe it's been almost 4 or 5 years now, they opened up a center at the old Baldwin dealership on the N of 16 in Charleston, so they've been coming over.
You seem to
They have
like them.
local.
You seem to like them.
Yeah, I mean, they figure it out and they kind of send the A-team, it feels like, and they have, they spend some time figuring it out instead of just hooking it back on and then leaving. So we're getting solutions, we're getting answers. And while it is not 100%, it's 85% better than it was all year. So we're making progress, I feel like.
Okay, thank you, Kim. Josh, do you have anything out there at the highway? Have you been over, have they been, well, not today, but have they been pouring concrete?
I think they had like 4 or 5 trucks at least yesterday. Looks like they were doing some sidewalk or something around that main entrance.
Curbs
So,
and
yeah.
all that, yeah. Okay, cool. We also, you asked me, of course, we'll discuss that, but we have a meeting next Tuesday at 11 o'clock for quorum. Okay, just to remind the building committee that we'll be meeting with the quorum at their meeting, okay? Augie, you haven't been doing anything, I'm sure. That's what I thought.
No, we're in a home stretch for the election next Tuesday. And wanted to let everyone know that we will be open this Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. And yeah, so far we've had, as of last night, 713 early votes, and that would include some vote by mail ballots. And
Is
a lot
that
of-
normal?
And as I say, that is right at normal, yeah, average. We've seen it higher, we've seen it lower. So,
You know, yeah, did you have to close any polling places for lack of workers? Champaign County closed 15 polling places for lack of workers.
no, not due to lack of workers, no. It's a struggle to get some election judges, but not
What
had
do
to
they pay
close due to
workers?
that.
What do they pay them?
We pay $140, plus the privilege you get to serve the county. Questions, other questions?
Thank you, Augie. Board member reports. Russ, do you have anything? Dan?
Had another break-in at the shelter last week. A dog that was in quarantine was taken. It's on camera, but they can't recognize the people, but the police are investigating, so. We'll put in some more some more cameras, so maybe it'll help. That's the second break-in we've had this month, I think, so. We'll see. I think probably somebody, had the dog that bit somebody. Andrea had to take the dog in for quarantine, and she thinks she knows who did it, but can't prove it right now, so police are investigating. That's all.
Thank you, Jan. When's our next board, committee meeting? That's right, over the vote.
Get back to you on that. It's in
That's
your
fine, that's fine. Andy?
Nothing different than Monday.
Lisa?
Visited with Outdoor Brothers, which is Brandon Brinkley. He wanted to know landscaping that's up on Route 1 and Forest Blacktop. He wanted to know if he could have the opportunity to bid on landscaping at the public safety building, and I told him there was also perhaps the opportunity for the courthouse, and I gave him their contact information. So he'll be talking to you. I received an email earlier this week from the developers for the Whitetail Solar project. That's the one that's out by Grandview. And I have a few questions to answer, so Jeff and I will meet and just make sure I give them accurate information. And there's a second community solar project going in the plans across the road from the one that we had talked about recently that the city will be taking responsibility for. So at some time, I anticipate you'll be communicating with the city to write another letter to say, we abdicate our role in this to you, but we're not there yet. And it's a different company. Josh and I were talking about that.
That abdication would be after a thorough, making sure that especially the decommissioning is appropriate, because that's one of the biggest issues.
Are both of those in city limits or within that 2.5 miles?
Yes.
Within that radius, but not, in fact, it's further. It's,
It's right across the street, just south of Harrington.
Okay.
yeah.
So it's their shop, it's 40 acres south of their shop.
Yeah,
Right
okay.
there on Prairie Edge.
Got it.
Okay,
And that's all I have.
that's all you have? Samantha?
Nothing.
Carl? Nothing? I'd like to, I gave you, well, actually Don gave you a status report as of today. But, of course, once we printed off the report this morning, the city, or the state released about $100,000 worth of funds, which included the income tax, salary reimbursements, cannabis of almost $700, and local use tax. So all of those added up to about, well, not that we use cannabis.
Oh, no, I was, you caught me.
You do,
I was laughing at it.
At any rate, we get a share, it's divvied up to all counties, even though we don't have any facilities here in the county that I'm aware of. We still get a share statewide, and that is about $700 a month. At any rate, so I wanted to make sure you're aware of that. And of course, we talked about the budget here at the last meeting, the study session, and we will be addressing some of the issues, including making sure that each department head has a meeting or has their budget so they can see an up-to-date version of where they're at. Some of them, I think, are very diligent about getting their budgets so they know where they're at all times. I assume all of them are, but we need to double check and make sure everybody's aware and making sure if there's any questions or concerns that we address them at the time, not waiting till the end of the year and go, oh my goodness, we're in trouble here. So that's what we're gonna try to do. So anybody got any comments about that? Hearing none, is there anything else to come before the meeting? If there isn't, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn. Russ moves, Andy seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We are adjourned. Thank you all.
You guys
We had 70-inch TV with a HDMI hookup. So they just got a table, bring a laptop on it, HDMI, and it's right on the screen. And you're gonna be there at 6, you said?
She said she was gonna be there.
What time do you want to do it open? 6.
To program out, set up
Oh, okay.
tables if that's okay. Because I think I asked you.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Just to set stuff up, like I said, they don't make us register, so I don't know how they set stuff up.
Right. They're set up kind of already. Tatum had her baby shower there on
Oh,
Saturday.
okay.
So
Gotcha.
they're set up, but
Gotcha.
just move them however you want. I'll be there in a few minutes. So.
I just, she just needs to bring
Yeah.
laptop and you guys each run.
Just when you're gonna beat me there, just run up and tell Christy, my assistant, just that you're gonna go down there. Thank you.
You said there's actually 2 different projects, you know, where.
Is it going up your way?
It's going. Staying busy.
Do you get you end up switching your internet?
No, we're still.
Frontier stuff?
Yeah.